and welcome, Australian agents. This is Amanda Rose from your corporate office in the USA, and today we have Kai Williams from the TTC Brands from Australia. How are you doing today?
I'm really good, thank you. I'm very excited to be here with you all.
And we're
Thanks for
so
having me.
Yeah, of course. We're so excited to have you. And she is our national key account manager for Archer Travel, and she's going to be looking after all you Australian agents. And the TTC brands consist of Contiki, Costsaver, Trafalgar, Insight Vacations, and Luxuries Gold, as well as we're going to be sharing the masterclass series for May and June that she sent out on Monday, but we're also going to share that in chat today so you guys can review that and look at it again if you haven't already. And if you have any questions, please put those in chat. And if you'd like to watch this video again, it'll be recorded right here in the videos tab of this page. And without further ado, we'll let you get started. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much, Amanda. So, hi everyone, or good morning, I should say. My name is Kai, as Amanda had mentioned, and I am your National Key Account Manager, looking after all of you around Australia. Personally, I am based in Brisbane, but that doesn't mean when it comes to time zone that I'm not here to answer your phone calls and help you out. So as Amanda mentioned, I actually look after all of the TTC tour brands, and as I like to refer to the ones that travel overseas, so our international tour brands. So the likes of Luxury Gold, Insight Vacations, Trafalgar, Costsaver, and Contiki. Today, I just want to refer to you how this will be set up. So with the 25 minutes that we've got, it's really just an introduction of our 5 brands and what we do. And then after this, there will be another training session in June. But as Amanda had also mentioned, we do have a fantastic masterclass series that we have rolled out nationally as well that you can link to and jump onto as well. They're just 20-minute sessions that allows you to learn about the brands as you go along. For an example, on the 23rd of May, might even be the 22nd, we have a Trafalgar session, which I'll be setting up that one because I have actually done several Trafalgars in my years, and so I'll be able to talk about that one in that masterclass. But when it comes to TTC Tour brands, our 5 brands that we have, what we like to say is we definitely have the perfect itinerary that will suit your client. So, we have different dining experiences depending on the brand that you're traveling with, different price points depending on the brand that you're looking at for your client. We have our travel directors that no matter what brand that you're traveling with are just amazing. Group sizes, we know it can be a big topic of conversation, and we do look at those as different sizes depending on the country you're traveling at, but also the brand that you're traveling with as well. But the most important one is accommodation, different ranges as well. So we range anywhere from hostels to 2 to 3-star hotels, all the way up to 5-star hotels when it comes to our luxury gold. So we really do have something for everybody and something for you when you are looking at an option for your client. Our travel directors, trip managers, travel concierge, that's the different names that we offer depending on the brand that you're traveling with. But no matter which brand you are on, are absolutely phenomenal. I cannot speak more highly for them. They are the cousin away from home. They are your, hotel concierge that we're so used to at hotels. They are the ones that take you through from start to end, and they show you parts of a city that you would never have been able to see if you had done that independently. The reason why I say that is when I had done my Morocco trip with Trafalgar, also my Contiki one in Asia when I could do Contiki, and also my Trafalgar one as well in Italy, they had shown me parts of the city that I would not have seen beforehand. And it's not just the touristy places, it's taking you the back areas that only the locals know about. So when you are traveling with any of our TTC tour brands, our travel directors are going to take care of your clients, and they're going to provide you with experiences and knowledge and seamless, holiday that they would not have had if they had done, say, independently. Our immersive experiences is something that we really take seriously. So we know when it comes to touring that you're going to have the hotels, the transportation, some meals, inclusions varies depending on the brand that you're traveling with. But it's the immersive experiences that we really, really do put a lot of time into, making sure that we have experiences that are above and beyond the sites, things like cooking classes, meeting locals, getting taken around the city by a local, seeing parts of the city that they wouldn't have seen before. It's those immersive experiences that really make TTC tour brands stand out. So when you're traveling with Kentucky, you'll have this. When you've got Insight Vacations, you'll have this. Each of our brands, no matter which brand that you are on, will have some amazing immersive experiences that will provide. And as I like to explain, when you go on a holiday and you've got a cousin or an auntie that lives there, they show you around the city. Or you have cooking classes, or you get to try food. This is what our immersive experience is about with TTC. We're making sure that you are seeing and really diving into parts of the cities and countries that you would, again, not be able to do if you're doing this by yourself. So with all of our brands, you'll be open up to these experiences. And then another one that we do across all of our brands is how we make travel matter. We, TTC, the whole company, has another part of our business called the Tread Right Foundation. It is a big part of our business, making sure no matter where we travel to, that we're putting back into local communities, or whether it be looking after the animals. So we've got our refuge elephant places that we go to when we go to Asia, or we go and take you to like a pottery, women's only foundation that we have over in Jordan. We make sure we have parts of our itineraries on each of our brands that we make travel matter. And this is putting into local communities, whether it be people, places, land, or also animals when we're traveling overseas. So keep an eye out for this one. If this is something that interests you or your clients, it will say make travel matter. And that means that we actually have those included for your clients. So where does TTC Tour Brands travel to? This is a very broad map in front of you, but really it just shows you USA, Canada, Latin America, UK, Europe, Africa, Middle East, Asia, and Australia, New Zealand. And then underneath that, you'll actually notice we have our brands where we travel to as well. So you'll notice there that pretty much most of our brands travel in all of those areas, give or take. So when we look at Asia, for an example, when it comes to Japan, Insight Vacations doesn't travel there, but Luxury Gold does, Trafalgar does, Costsaver does, and Kentucky does. So really though, when it comes to all of those places, most of our brands travel to most of those destinations, but you'll find it all on our travel agent portal or on the actual brand websites as well. But let me get you started on one of our first brands here, which is Trafalgar. So I don't have a favorite child. It's just the one that I've traveled on mostly. But the reason why I start off with Trafalgar is it really is that everyday person could travel on Trafalgar. It is our People's Choice brand. So last year we were very lucky of having this as a People's Choice Award that we got given here in Australia. And it is the brand that you could have multi-generational people traveling on, so grandparents, parents, and their kids. We have family itineraries only that travel with this, or you could have honeymooners, you could have newly early retired, or myself, for an example. I was 35 going on Trafalgar for the first time with my husband. It's the brand that really could be for anybody that you're talking to. So Trafalgar is that start to end itinerary, like the most tours are, where we're taking care of everything for you. So your accommodation's included. We're staying in about those 4-star hotels. Think of Novotels, Renaissance, those sort of hotels. We include breakfast daily, just makes it nice and easy and seamless. And then we have about 40% of the dinners, sometimes 50% of the dinners, and then the rest of the evenings would be at leisure, because we really do believe that when it comes to Trafalgar, it's that great balance of inclusions and also free time. So that way it is adhering to most customers looking at our brand. Then we include your must-see sites, things like the Vatican, and it is VIP access. And then, of course, your one-of-a-kind experiences. So when you are looking at Trafalgar, you'll see things like our hidden gems, our dive into the culture. Dive into the culture is things like cooking classes or a local specialist that takes them around the city that they grew up in. And then also we have things like your glass-blowing workshops that falls under the dive into the culture, or the really standout one-of-the-kind experiences, which is our Be My Guest experience. This here you'll notice on every single one of our Trafalgar itineraries. So when you are looking at a trip, make sure you look out for that. Another way of it's called is Connect with the Locals. And this is where we take you to somebody's home, vineyard, farm, and they put on a beautiful home cooked meal for us. We do have another one of a kind experience called Stays with Stories, where we stay at a property that's very unique. So think of like a castle in Ireland. So we'd stay at a castle there. This here is just a quick little photo of my Moroccan experience, so my Be My Guest experience that I had, where we were taken into Fez, gone through the Medina, and then we stopped in at this beautiful family home at Riyadh, where we had beautiful Moroccan cuisine, and they had some belly dancing, and it was just a beautiful experience overlooking that view there. That was my photo. So the Be My Guest experience is something that your guests will take away and say, thank you so much for providing us that experience that we wouldn't have had my own, had themselves, because they don't have family that live over there. But now let's say you're speaking to that customer and they love the idea of all the experiences, but they like the idea of really enhancing their accommodation levels and they want more included. This is when we'd speak about Insight Vacations. Insight Vacations is a fantastic business, I would like to say like premium style business class touring, where we do have a lot more included. So probably about 50 to 60% of dinner is included now. We also have a lot more lunches included and more experiences included as well. You're not, I guess, putting your hand in the pocket for optionals as much when it comes to Insight. When it comes to your dining experiences, we include a lot more traditional styles, so things like dine at home or your cooking experiences as well. And we have this really great one where we have a dine around experience. So we have 3 options when we get to, say, Spain, and they choose a restaurant that they want to dine at. So more choice as well. There'll be some days where we have inclusions of sightseeing and they choose between 2 versus where some of our other brands will be like, this is what's included. With Insight, we'll have 2 choices. They'll choose that day of what they want to do. So more choice when it comes to Insight. The hotels that we stay at, a little bit more, I guess, premium comfort, so that 4.5-star hotels, a little bit more centrally located. And what I mean by that is they're both Trafalgar and Insight are central, but Insight really focuses on that walking to the shopping district or the Spanish Steps. So it's really just more walking distance into that heart of the city. Or as you can see by this image, beautiful, stunning lodges that we're staying at as well. When it comes to Insight, we do have a smaller group set up with our touring. So it is a maximum of 40 seats on our classic itinerary, and the coaches are actually different. So you'll see by this image here, 40 seats only, where a normal coach can sit up to 50. And what we've done here is we've removed some seats and then we popped it back in again. And that brings you that business class seating when it comes to Insight, which is just phenomenal. Think of those, my husband's 6'1", even though he sits comfortably in a Trafalgar coach, having it so that way you're going in that more of an Insight business class seating is just that more premium business class style of touring. Secondly to this though, we do actually offer small group touring with Insight, allowing you to have our small groups, which is maximum 24 guests. So when you are on our travel agent portal, have a look. We've got classic size, so you can choose either classic size, which is maximum 40, or small group size, which is maximum 24. So have a look through that and you can have the same itinerary and then 2 different styles, 2 different sizes of your tour, like group size there. Sorry about that. And then we now have Costsaver. So Costsaver, I like to explain this as that freedom, flexibility style traveler, the one that likes the idea of having a tour, but they really just want the essentials included. And by essentials, I mean hotels, your travel director still, you'll have that local specialist that will still meet with you, do a walking tour of the city, but really the rest of it is their own time to go out and explore the city their own way. We know that there's some customers out there that love the idea of having an itinerary, love the idea of their hotels taken care of. They don't want to worry about how to get to each destination. But once they get there, they want to explore the city their own way. They like to get lost in the city. And this is where Costsaver will be perfect for them. We do stay in about those 3 to 3.5-star hotels when it comes to Costsaver. So you'll notice that the price point is fantastic. And Costsaver is a really great alternative for that independent-minded traveler, but maybe you're suggesting them a Costsaver versus doing it themselves because they're a bit nervous and going on the trains or driving in those different countries. And when it comes to Costsaver as well, we do have that more of a broad age traveling with us. So we do see that more, I'd say 40+ market that travels with Costsaver. That being said, we're even seeing that 35 plus markets traveling with Costsaver. So it's about that hotels, transportation included, travel director there still to help them navigate those cities, but then going out and exploring it their own way. And then we have Kentucky. So I know we're up to brand 4 here, so I hope you're still all with me. Kentucky is our youth brand, so 18 to 35, and it's all about social travel. The days of Kentucky being, oh, you're just going to go on it to drink is certainly gone. Yes, we still have a little bit of market there for it, but the way that our youth is traveling today, they want to get to the destination and they want to explore the country just like you and I. So we really have changed the way we do Kentucky. We're making sure that it's about that social travel. They're getting to travel together. The details are sorted, such as hotels, travel trip manager, some of the sites included, and it's about the experiences when they get there. When you go onto our Kentucky website, you will note that we have many different ways or travel styles that Kentucky offer. There's lots there on your screen. I don't expect you to be able to see it all there, but the ones I want to point out for you this morning is we have gap year travel, which is that 18 to 22-year-olds only. So that just shows that it really is just taking that younger demographic there. Or for the ones like me that are too old to do Kentucky, we have the 35 to 45 reunion trips. These have become very popular, where they still want to go out and travel with people of, the same age, but it is only for people that have traveled on Kentucky before. And then you also have your trips that are for 27 to 35-year-old as well. And then you've got an overall 18 to 35. So the age bracket opens back up again. You can be your short breaks where you're just doing your 3-night London, or you're doing an active hiking trip in Switzerland. So we have that under the active, or you've got your safari trips, or maybe you've got your ski and snowboarding trips as well. So when you think of Kentucky, don't just think of your big European ones. We do have our smaller ones that you might be able to build into an overall independent itinerary, or if they're looking for a ski or holiday ones, we've got those there as well. We have some, like I said before, incredible, unforgettable experiences we offer with Kentucky as well. And when it comes to our stays with Kentucky, please just note that we don't just stay in hostels. That seems to be the out there news. That's all we do. Yes, we do have itineraries that offer hostels, and that just really works for that budget style youth traveler. But we also do have some incredible itineraries that are hotels only. And then like these ones here, where we have some Kentucky stays, where we're staying in nice chateaus, or we're having it so we're staying in some beautiful properties, or even some well-known hostels that it takes for years to get into. So it's more than just your hostels that everyone thinks of us. And then lastly, but not least, and it is an incredible brand, is our Luxury Gold brand. Now, Luxury Gold is our door-to-door concierge full luxury experience. It is only small groups where it is a maximum of 24 guests at all times. We only have select itineraries. They say 1 in Japan, 1 in Switzerland, 1 in Canada, 1 in Italy. But must I say, the experience that we offer when it comes to Luxury Gold is phenomenal. Curated experiences, specially handpicked to make sure that they are special, and you could not get them with any of our other brands. The properties we're staying at are magnificent. The dining are things like Michelin star restaurants, beautiful 5-star restaurants, and then also your concierge, your travel concierge is just phenomenal. And when I say door-to-door experience, we actually do include a chauffeur that picks you up from your hotel or home in Australia, I should say, not hotel, home in Australia, and takes you to the airport. So it really is door-to-door experiences. We do have a beautiful one-pager cheat sheet for you, which, sorry, Amanda, I didn't send through to you, but I can send through for afterwards. A one-pager cheat sheet of our 5 brands that lets you know the average style group, what we include in a snapshot, just in case you forget anything about this today. And then lastly, I just wanted to let you know we do have a 2024 travel sale that's going at the moment, because we know that this year is still being booked. We're seeing some fantastic August, September, October, November bookings coming through. So we have a save up to 15% off worldwide inside Trafalgar and Costsaver trips until the end of this month. So if you've got any customers looking for this year, there's still availability, and we definitely still have some great sales there for them. And then I just wanted to share the screen with you as well, because we do have our travel agent portal, which I've just mentioned down the bottom there. We call it TAP for short. This is where you'll actually find all of our brands in one page. So you can do all your research on there rather than having to go on the Insight page or the Trafalgar page or the Kentucky page. This travel agent portal has all of our 5 brands popped in there together, some great marketing tools. They've got social media tiles, all of that in there so you can promote it out to your customers. But the most important part is my email and phone number as well, so I can help you do some marketing, do some emails maybe, and also help you with any inquiries that you have. But I'm running out of time, so at this point I will say, Amanda, have we got any questions so far?
Perfect. The first question is the commission rate the same on all the brands or is it different?
Very good question, and it does vary depending on the site. Like for an example, if you're with Kentucky and you were choosing one of our, say, London one only or our adventure ones, they tend to be a little bit less commission versus our, say, 27 or 14-day itineraries. So it does vary in that way. So it's hard to talk about it at ad hoc right now, but absolutely, if you've got anything, reach out. But there's only about a 2 to 3% commission between the two of them.
Perfect. What type?
And sorry, and just
Oh,
to add
go
on to
ahead.
that comes with seasonality too. So when you're summer period versus winter period as well.
Perfect. Next question is what types of marketing materials do you have?
Wonderful. It's my favorite part because marketing is my favorite thing. We have Facebook tiles as well as, when I say Facebook, I'm just going to say social media because it works in both Instagram, link, any of those ones that you want to do it on. We also have stories. So we know these, they say this day and age, you've got Instagram or Facebook stories, and it's more of that full page. So we've got those ones there for you. We've also got logos. We've also got flyers. We've got so much on our TAP portal that you can literally just download from each of the brands, or if you want it to be sales specific, we've got them under the sale one as well. So we've got 2 tabs, one called offers that will always be about the sale, and then one called marketing assets, and that will be all about just all year round marketing assets, images, videos, which we know are very popular as well, videos that you can use all year round that aren't necessarily about the sale, but more about inspiring your customers.
Perfect. If we want to do an in-person event or party or have a booth, are you guys able to help with that?
Absolutely, and I'm your contact. So please reach out to me. Let's talk about it. It's my favorite thing to do. I love talking to your customers because it certainly helps them feel like they've chosen the right brand because the experience, and we usually can get the booking across the line pretty quickly.
Perfect. Which brand would you suggest for families?
Oh, okay. So there's 2. It would, and this is a very tricky one. So for me, we're not a high income family. We're your everyday family. So we would probably be between the Trafalgar and Costsaver, depending on the experience that we're wanting. So Trafalgar has like family only experience or itineraries, I should say, where it's the Italy one is called Golden Gondolas. It's only going to be families traveling on it. And they actually have it so that way they've got quad share room availability. So really great for your 2 children traveling. Where myself, we're actually looking at doing our Japan Costsaver. And the reason being is because the Japan Costsaver is an itinerary that we like a little bit more. My son is a bit younger, he's 6 years old, so we want that free time a bit more, so we're not scheduled as much. But having it, and we've only got the 3 of us, so we can still do triple share with that one. So definitely Costsaver and Trafalgar are great for families, no matter what age. Trafalgar, Costsaver take from 5 years old upwards. Technically, Insight does as well, but we probably see more of that 10 plus age going on Insight. And also Luxury Gold does take children as well. But don't quote me on this, but I think it might be 10 or 12 upwards though. So just the difference of age with that one.
Perfect. Next question. Are we able to take all the master classes or are some repeating?
So you may take every single one of them. So the whole idea of this is we're having everybody in Australia, so all advisors, agents in Australia can register for it, jump on the 20-minute sessions, and it just allows you to learn the sessions that you want to learn more about. So there's a Trafalgar one, there's an Insight Kentucky one, and then in June we also have some group ones as well. But if you miss any of them, we will also be recording them as well. So if you do miss any of them and you want the recording, shoot me a quick email and I can send you the recording.
Perfect. Do we become certified after taking the master class?
Not technically, no. So I know that's definitely a program a lot of wholesalers do out there. We just like the idea of just providing you some great information to be able to make it a little bit easier to, I guess, sell to your customers and feel more confident. We do actually have a TTC Academy, though, you can log into. And if you are ever wanting to do any of our big industry rates, like our BBV, which is Book Bank Bon Voyage, you will just need to partake in some of that academy online. But if you were to do all the series, I could see if that would also make it so you can get that offer as well.
Perfect. Do you offer tours in different languages?
Very good question. We don't, unfortunately, because we are a worldwide. We like to stick with English being our main language. And that being said, of course, when you're traveling overseas, we'll have travel directors that speak all the, say Spanish or Italian and all that, Moroccan, but we tend to work with English.
Perfect. I think that was the last question for now, but if they have any more questions, they're able to reach out to you, right? Or look on the travel agent portal as well.
Yeah, certainly email me. I'm here to support you all. Little or big, it's not a problem. Because we just want to be able to help you guys become pros of TTC. We know that when it comes to customers traveling with us, that they're going to be your return clientele. We work on about a 50% return or past passenger rate. So once they've traveled with us once, they'll be back again.
Perfect. And then also don't forget to check out the master classes. The link is in the chat as well as on your group page, as well as it was sent to email if you are already signed up via TTC for Australia. So thank you so much for coming out and doing this webinar today. We really appreciate you while answering the questions as well. And if you guys want to rewatch this, you can watch it right here in the videos tab of this page. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we close out?
Thank you so much, Amanda. What I would like to add is I'll be back in June, and that's where I will go more into how to book on our website, more of the marketing tools as well, and how you can navigate our travel agent portal. So we'll be back in June, and I look forward to seeing you all then.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you all travel agents for joining us, and I hope you guys have a wonderful morning and day. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.